Welcome to CivilNet. My guests today are Saro Hassassian and Simonian. Welcome to the program. Saro, you are the founder of something that we have come to know as River Fest Armenia. Please explain to us what River Fest is and why you decided to start this.
Well, the idea came from me and my dad. We were sitting down in the yard drinking coffee and we're like, why not organize a River Fest?
Which is
the name of our village is called Getamej, which means in the river. So that's where we came with the name River Fest. It's a 2-day, 1-night charity music festival. And there were two ideas. First of all, somehow to be able to help the school, because it's in very bad shape. I graduated from that school, so I've gone there for about 3 or 4 years. And also to get the underground bands, the not well-known bands, to be on the same stage as the bigger bands, say like Beautified Project and Bombay and so far.
And this will be the second time?
This will be the second
time.
Yeah.
You are the founder of the Beautified Project. It's a band that is well known in Armenia, and I believe you're the lead singer.
Yes.
Why is it important for you to be part of this initiative that Saro and his dad came up with one day having coffee in their yard?
Well, I always welcome the idea of promoting social changes through the arts. In this case, it's music. It's a very powerful thing. As Saro said, we are hitting two very important targets. We are promoting live music in Armenia. And this festival is not a rock festival. We cover all the different genres. We have funk bands, jazz bands, folk, ethno, rock, and heavy metal bands playing. And we even have an acoustic section where there are a lot of singer-songwriters taking part. And this is one important target, and it's the only overnight music festival in Armenia. We provide people with tents, good food, good atmosphere, good DJs, good crowd, and also on the side we are helping to rebuild a school. I don't think you can do anything better than that.
Yeah. Especially if your passion is music. Saro, the festival itself takes place in the village where you live. Interesting story, just quickly, backstory about you. You moved here from the US, so you're a repat or an expat or an implant, I don't know. And you've actually lived in the village, and like you said, you went to the school.
Yeah.
But the festival takes place in your village, outdoors, and
Yes.
there'll be a stage and everything. And bands from Armenia only, or do you have bands from other countries in the region?
Most of the bands are local bands, but there's a band, Metz Bazar, Collective Metz Bazar, they're from France. It's a folk band.
Armenians again? Or?
They're Armenian,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And there's Rafi Semirjam, Palm of Granite from LA, and Sonia
Varga
from the UK, right. Andre, being a musician, you're both musicians. Talk to me about, if you will, the underground culture, sort of musical scene. I feel like it's
blossoming.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, for years in Armenia, the idea of a concert was going to opera house and watch a pop singer
lip sync,
and there was no band on the stage. And then when people started having access to fast internet, they realized that concerts are different things. So that's when all these underground bands started becoming popular. And now I can definitely say these bands who play in the clubs these days, they are more loved than most of the pop stars in Armenia. That's why they deserve to play on bigger stages, and that's what we're trying to do. To provide them with the best sound, a big stage, very good lighting, in the middle of nowhere. So just to show people that people are prepared to travel and kind of progress and develop this culture of live music in Armenia. And that way we're kind of advertising the whole culture of live music, so the pop bands, pop acts in Armenia can start, collecting bands and performing like the performers in America and Europe.
And there's a lot of talent in our city, in our country, when it comes to musical talent. Saro, tell me, putting together a festival is not an easy job. and requires money and support and sponsors, I presume. But before we get into those details, last year how many people came, for example?
Last year we sold about 300 tickets. About 350 people came. We organized it within 10 days and advertised it in about a week.
And what are your expectations for this year in terms of attendance?
If I want to be pessimistic, about 450 people.
And if you're optimistic?
Maybe anywhere from 700 to 800.
Right. And the response has been what so far?
So far, well, if we listen to Facebook, then about 300 people are going to be
so far. And it's going to be held August 15 and 16. Yes. You guys want to tell me about the funding? You have an Indiegogo initiative now called River Fest Armenia, where people can go and donate to help support live music in Armenia. How has that been going?
Before going to that, I would like to mention we have a very good team. We have Saro's family, Hassassian family. We have Anahit Galestian, we have Mikhail Khachatryan, we have Sergei Ghazaryan. We have a great team who are reaching to sponsors. We have private sponsors who've donated money to us. And we also have an Indiegogo campaign called River Fest Armenia. And we've already collected some money through that, and people are welcome to donate and help us through donation or buying tickets for their friends. Right. The more people are invited to the festival through sponsors, the more we'll be able to do for next year. I remember doing another project for a school in Gyumri. There were people calling me and buying tickets, but not collecting them. They would just donate them to your friends. So, they can do that too.
Okay, so Getamej is how, just for our viewers so they know, they can find you on Facebook, they can find you on the Indiegogo campaign and Twitter. How many kilometers away from Yerevan is Getamej? 16
kilometers, about 20-minute drive.
So about 20-minute, half an hour drive outside of Yerevan, and the tickets are being sold for?
5,000 pre-bought and then 6,000 at the entrance.
Right.
And that includes transport.
Oh, so you provide transportation as well, and you're providing tents, and people can bring their own food and whatever they want.
There'll be very good food there as well. There'll be a bar. And this is very important to say, we're building toilets too, because when you go to a festival, that's the main worry for girls. Yeah, so.
Yeah, we don't like to be nature too often. So there will be toilet facilities, and any money that you raise will go towards renovating the school.
This year we want to raise enough money to change the windows, the Euro windows, because it's a very bad shape. It's Soviet, broken glass windows. So,
even after all these years, right? Yeah. These schools, not even 20 minutes from Yerevan, still in that condition. Well, I think what you're doing is a great initiative. It's giving a platform for new upcoming bands, well-known bands like yourselves, and I presume you both will be performing as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we'll look forward to it. So thank you very much for coming to CivilNet to talk to us about this initiative. And I'd like to remind our viewers that River Fest Armenia will be taking place in Getamej, about 30 minutes from Yerevan, August 15 and 16. Tickets are 5,000 dirham. They will be providing tents, hopefully toilet facilities, and you can also help donate by going to Indiegogo and searching for River Fest Armenia. Thank you for watching CivilNet.